Live from the studios of Hamilton Radio, welcome to Sold Out, the only Christian music program dedicated to independent Christian artists, their music, and their ministries. Now, here is your host, Ministry Director of the Sold Out Coffee House, and live sound engineer, John Akunzo, along with your co-host, singer, songwriter, and independent Christian musician, Richard Jeffers.
I'm sold out. Come on, let's say it real loud. I'm sold out.
And welcome to Sold Out. I am John Akunzo on this fine Sunday with my excellent co-host,
Rich Jeffers. Hi.
Rich Jeffers, guitarist extraordinaire.
How you doing?
How are you doing? And we just had a great, almost a private gig last night, but it was great anyway, in beautiful Palmerton, Pennsylvania, at the Fire Escape Coffee House.
That was a nice place.
I had a good time, and I know Art had a good time. So a shout out to Art, who's going to be, I'm sure, going to work in a little while.
They have great coffee there. If you're up by Jim Thorpe on your way there, it's a stop on the way. So
yeah, we definitely don't want to see that place not make it, and so we want to get everybody that's within the sound of our voice that lives in that Pocono region, even if you're just going to be a tourist in the Pocono region, to check out the Fire Escape, because besides from the live music on, do they have live music all week? I think they do matinees during the week. They used to anyway.
They do. They have I think it's like Wednesday or something.
Yeah, little coffee matinees. But besides that, it's a great relaxing place. It's a nice room. Yeah. The people that work there are extremely friendly, more so than your average Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. Right. No offense to them at all, but it's just a different type of atmosphere, and I like it. And the food is great. Yeah. The desserts are great, and I tell you, when Art ordered a cappuccino, I didn't think they were going to bring him a whale bucket. And this thing was gigundous, and that's why Art had the jitters, I think, all night long after that. But anyway, we are glad you're with us today, and we're happy that you joined us. We have a couple special guests today, which we're going to introduce. I'm going to introduce them to you now verbally, but then we're going to get them all set up and ready to rock. But we have a group that came all the way from New York today for us, and it's a husband and wife duo. Okay. I believe. Yeah. And I'm really happy that they are here, because I don't get to do a lot of hip hop and rap, but I have my own classification of hip hop. Yeah. A different type of hip hop. I consider there's something called what I call melodic hip hop, in that there's an R&B song. It's not one of those just sample songs from a bunch of other Christian or non-Christian hip hop songs, but these two can sing. Right. Let me tell you, Sister Pam could sing. Okay. So she could hip hop, she could rap, she could do it all. Cool. And Rev Trev, man, I'm telling you, I need rap that I can understand the words for.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
And when I heard this stuff, I said, I got to have these guys on the show. Especially since we're promoting the Life Fest, which is happening in Middletown, Pennsylvania.
Right, Rocky.
Is it 9th and 10th or 10th and 11th? I gotta look at my calendar. It's Friday and Saturday. And Rocky, by the way, is going to be calling in as well. Give me 1 second, because I'm just going to pull up my calendar here. We'd be lost without our technology. But in any case, it's on August 10th and August 11th. Okay. Friday night, August 10th, there's going to be a Glow concert where it's going to be like candlelit. It's going to be real nice. And on the 11th is the actual festival. And this is not your average festival. You could definitely come to the festival and hear unbelievable artists such as Brix Nostra, who are our guest today. Yep. But you could hear some unbelievable speaking. Okay. And on top of that, there's some contests that have some really cool prize. I mean, they're giving away like project. I can't say projection, but large flat screen TVs.
Yeah, projection's done.
Yeah, projection's done. You can still get it, but it's kind of passe, you know. But they're giving away large screen TVs in addition to other really valuable prizes for. So if you're into archery and if you're into volleyball, these are the tournaments they're going to have.
I teach archery. Actually.
Do you?
I do.
So you would get into this because it's gonna be more like the Olympics, where they have to go from target to target. So not only is it accuracy, but it's also timed.
Oh, see, that's.
And this is going to be an archery tournament like no other.
Stress.
Yeah, it's going to be sad, but it's going to be cool because the prizes are going to be worth whatever the contestants have to go through.
Very cool.
And it's for the young people. Obviously, us older guys, I'll be enjoying my lemonade sitting by the stage, and there's going to be a lot of. Speaking of lemonade, there's going to be a lot of food trucks there. And as a Philadelphia guy. Now, originally a Jersey guy, so we were into diners up in Jersey.
Yes.
But in Philadelphia, we're really into food trucks.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to have all kinds of food trucks there at this thing. But Rocky himself, Rocky Gumon, Rocky Nails as we call him, is going to be calling in at 6:30 today.
Okay.
So we're going to hit it right from the horse's mouth. 'Cause I told him, look, if one of your groups is going to be on the show, I'd like to have you call in, and Bricks No Straws here. And they came short notice because another group that was going to be here, which is also on Rocky's program, unfortunately had to cancel.
Yeah.
So we're really thankful to.
Rocky just posted on there and says, "The Bronx is in the house."
The Bronx is in the house. so we're going to have Trev and Pam here, Trev and sister Pam and Trevor here today, and we're going to get to them in a moment. Let's just open up in prayer and give this over to the Lord. And then we're going to get into some songs in the box, as we say, so that our illustrious engineer, Mr. Ruben Rodriguez, assisted by the other co-owner of Hamilton Radio, General Monk, was in the house. And the Monk Show, Friday nights at 10:30. Another plug for the Monk Show, Friday nights at 10:30. And, of course, Ruben Rodriguez, the other owner. And who knows, maybe we'll get the trilogy. Maybe Gino will pop in. You never know. But in any case, let's look at the Lord in prayer. Father God, we thank you that you chose these broken vessels in the house to be your instruments today. What an honor. What a privilege. Even when we were at Firehouse last night, I can't hardly believe that I'm up in front of people. And instead of being on the engineer end of the microphone, which is where I'm comfortable with, I'm on the microphone end of the microphone, and I'm actually being part of your presentation. Not our presentation, Lord, your presentation. Because, see, we must decrease so that you can increase. So we pray if anybody's having a bad day, a bad week, they're downtrodden, they're upset, even myself, that they would leave here with a smile on their face, they would disperse all their anger, and that you would bless them, and you would bring the listening ears in so they could hear the sounds of life that will go forth both through music and through the stuff we're going to be saying and everything that happens here today. Bless us now and keep us in your care, keep us in your presence, as we ask all these things in Jesus' precious name. And all God's people said, Amen. Okay, so coming up now, while we get Bricks No Straw set up, is going to be a song by Miss Des Childs, and it kind of is why we hope you're here also. And the name of the song is Looking for Something More.
Okay.
Now, Jesus said when you receive him as Lord and Savior, it doesn't say I came that you might have a boring life and have it more snoringly. No, he said I came that you might have an abundant life and have it more abundantly. I don't miss anything from the non-Christian side. I don't. Because I have so much fun like we did last night, road tripping it and just having a blast last night, laughing and joking. So this is cool because if you're looking for something more, you come to the right place. Jesus is that something more, and you could have him for free. And so Miss Des Childs start us off. Then we have to pay homage to our illustrious producer who was able to get Bricks No Straw here in a pinch for us and get right on it. Of course, Anna Laverne I'm referring to, the leader of the band Regenerated Soul. And my favorite song off the album, even if it's overplayed, I don't care. I'll play it a million times more because I love it, called Troubled Times.
That's a good song.
Okay, so that's our second song. And our third song in the box is a good friend of mine, Lisa Fenstermacher, who's going to be in Maryland, in Friendship, I believe it's Friendship Heights, Maryland. I can't think of the actual name in Maryland, but there's a festival we're going to be talking about that it's for Ellicott City. You know, they had two floods in less than a year, and they're doing a fundraiser thing, and they have both secular bands and Christian bands, but she's honored to be one of the few Christian bands that was asked to do it. So that's next Saturday, and I plan to be there in person. So in any case, looking for something more, Troubled Times, followed by Hope Waits, because once again, it all fits together, doesn't it? If you're looking for something more and we're in troubled time, your hope waits if you receive Christ as your Savior. You're listening to the Sold Out Radio program here on Hamilton Radio, channel HR2. Let's roll.
I was driving on a one-way street in the valley. fast lane, picking up speed, going nowhere, anywhere to be free. The music was magic. I turned it up loud to drown out my sorrow, to quench the sound of love, your love. 'Cause I was looking for something more, anyone but you, running from everyone, everything that I knew. Ooh, yeah. My tears, they were falling, falling fast like the rain coming down hard, with nobody to blame, nobody to blame. 'Cause I was looking for something more, anything to fill me, holding on to a song that kept repeating. Looking for something more, anything but you, running from everyone, everything that I knew. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. I was burning down bridges, making all the wrong choices, and that's when it hit me.
sides to everything. Still, it takes a lot of faith to believe in nothing. You know it does. Get on your knees, talk to God, don't rule him out. Be honest, open up your heart, and you will find out, you will find out, you will. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, wait, I am silent. Oh, wait, I am silent. Mercy me, mercy you, mercy me. Oh, wait. You get by. Some things take some time. So go ahead and have a cry when things fall apart and life comes undone. There's bound to be sunny weather, something better somewhere deep in your heart. Oh, wait, I am silent. Oh, wait, I am silent. Mercy me, mercy you, mercy me. Oh, wait. Don't ask me why. Rainbows don't seem to mind. So hop the train and take a ride and breathe for a while. To wait for the day. There's bound to be sunny weather, something better somewhere deep in your heart. Mercy me, mercy you, mercy me. Oh, wait.
And we're back.
Hey there, what's going on?
And we're back.
All right.
I love to do the Jimmy Fallon thing, man. And we're back with Dirty Dan the Garbage Man here on Hamilton Radio.
All right.
I still looking for that clip because I say I'm going to play that clip when I
Yeah.
find it. But it's funny how they took that. They have every Jimmy Fallon clip known to man on YouTube, but they took that clip off. Yeah. We are back. Is there music ready there, Ruben? If we want to make no, not yet. Good. Okay, so we'll just chat a little bit. We'll go back to the box, and then we'll come after the second break. We're gonna keep you in suspense, Leja, because we want you to sit here till 7:30 with us, because you're not gonna want to miss today's show.
Edge of my seat.
It's gonna be good. We like captive audiences. Ha ha ha. No, believe me, you're gonna be glad you stuck around for Brick Snow Straw. So we're going to chat with them because they're on their mics now. So I want us to welcome them here. Is it the Bronx? Brooklyn?
No, actually, I'm originally.
Okay, I don't know whether his mic's on there.
I'm not-
These two mics here, I don't know what numbers they are, but... Okay.
Wow.
There you
Ah,
go.
there you
There
go.
you go.
Wow.
Oh, I tell you, I like
Big
that mic for you.
difference.
I like that mic for you.
Nice.
There you go. Okay, go ahead. Go.
Big difference.
Start again
Thank
there,
you,
Rev
Ruben.
Trev. Start again.
How you doing?
All right.
All right. I'm glad to be in the house.
So where are you from originally? You were about to tell me.
I am originally from Brooklyn. I'm a Brooklynite.
All right, Brooklyn in the house.
I married a Long Island girl.
A Long Island.
That's right, Long Island. Woo.
That's why she has a 516 area code on her phone number. I noticed that when she called. Wait a minute, I'm not
Yes,
expecting
yes,
anybody from the
yes.
island today. All right.
And yeah, I'm just thankful that of humble beginnings.
Yeah.
Because that really sets you on a real level-headed road.
Excellent.
You know what I mean?
Excellent. Well, I'm really glad you both came in a pinch because we had Brittany Bree or something like that. So they're basically going to be there. They call themselves by a different name now, but for whatever reason they had to cancel. And we wanted to make sure somebody from Life Fest was going to be here because I really want to plug it. This show and my next show, which is also called Sunday Worship and Talk with Art and John. It's not the first. It's the first Sunday of August. So it's just before the festival. So we want to make sure we get it in because we love this whole festival idea.
Yes, indeed.
And-
We just happy that that Rocky thought of us in the first place. We know him from way back in the Brooklyn days.
Yeah.
I
He's
figured
from there
that.
too, right? He's from there.
Oh
too.
yeah,
Okay.
he's got a
a Brooklyn
strong
guy, too.
accent. He's still got a strong accent.
Yeah, and he was doing some great work there in his neck of the woods in Brooklyn, and he and his family up and moved to Pennsylvania, and like, oh no, we can't, because he was doing a Rock Cafe thing there as well.
He's doing the Rock Cafe here.
And
Yep.
so now he brought that down there, and he's doing his thing, and he's getting people to come in from all over, even the West Coast. When we came,
Everywhere.
when we were featured there at the Rock Cafe, we had people coming from the West Coast. That Eric Stevenhan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's from Arizona.
See what I'm saying?
he really?
Yeah, he's from the
Wow.
desert. So I mean, they're coming, and they're bringing a message of hope, and it's what the world needs.
Amen to
Yeah.
that.
That's awesome.
Amen,
That's
amen,
really
amen.
awesome. Well, we are kind of blessed. Well, Rich and I, to have Rich here with me as my co-host is quite a blessing, and we have a little trio that goes out. It's called Art Silvano and the Spirit Tour, also known as Art Silvano and the Sold Out Boys.
Sold out boy.
What is the- and Art is the other host of Sunday Worship and Talk with Art and John. I prefer the other side of the microphone cable because I'm really a sound man.
Yeah.
Hence my email address, sound4ministry@gmail.com. So if anybody does need to get in touch with me, we will give that out at the end of the show as well. But I prefer the other end of the cable. The other end. But
hear you.
now God's got me in front doing harmonies with these guys.
Nice.
Rich is a great guitar player and a singer. Has his own band called Hard North, and Art is a singer, but a former Philadelphia police, I guess, detective with the Special Victims Unit. And so the theme of our other show is anti-child abuse and child sexual abuse prevention.
Wow.
Because in Philadelphia alone, at that time when there was 13 detectives, now there's less than 8. They were investigating 2,500 cases just in the city of Philadelphia
I can
of
believe
child
it.
sexual abuse, child abuse, and child trafficking.
I can believe
25.
it.
Now we're over 3,000 cases with less than
Wow.
7 detectives to handle the load. Now that Art is retired, because it's not one of those units. See, a lot of times you want to end up in the detective bureau to get off the beat. But that's not the division of the detective bureau you want, because let me tell you, Art still gets nightmares.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say you gotta have a strong mental. To
Art
deal with
still
that.
gets nightmares over the
Absolutely.
testimonies that you would hear on the witness stand
Oh,
and other
incredible.
testimonies you would get. So our whole show, Sunday Worship and Talk with Art and John, is dedicated to raising funds for the advocacy groups within Philadelphia and the greater Philadelphia region.
Yeah.
And what we do is the advocacy groups make it so that the victim only has to tell the story one time, because behind hidden glass is all the other people that need to be involved. There'll be
Wow.
the prosecutor will be there, the
Right,
lawyers
right.
will be there, that represent the perp, the lawyers that represents anybody else, the lawyer that might represent the child. So they're seeing the testimony live. It's being recorded, and the child is just in a single room with the caseworker, and that's it.
Right.
And they never have to tell it again, because now if they need a playback, they play back the video during the trial rather than put the child through the trauma
That's awesome.
of taking the stand, which they used to do back in the
Yeah.
day, which was the ploy of most of the defense lawyers. Because
Absolutely.
they figured the child's going to break and the story's going to change,
And
we're going
right,
to get
exactly.
off. We're going to get off.
The
But now
testimonial change, right.
it
and
won't
they-
change now.
right,
You're
right.
seeing the video.
Absolutely.
And the child was not under any pressure.
Thank God, because that's traumatizing in itself.
So you need more counselors to do
Yeah.
that. You need
Yeah.
more money for they have special coloring books that they use and story books for some of the younger ones, and that's what we do at Battle for Children Charities LLC is the name of the
Wow.
corporation behind the
Awesome.
radio show.
I like that.
And we
Very
have the
good, very
Christian
good.
Battle of the Bands every year, every
Awesome.
February.
I love it.
And we put 5 bands up there, each doing 5 songs.
Yep.
And then we choose a band that wins, and we give them 12 and a half hours of studio time with
Ah.
Diane Zako, who started the career of Boyz II Men, an unknown, relatively unknown band called Boyz II Men. And she gives 12 and a half hours of studio time to the winner. One of our winners, so what can you do with 12 and a half hours of studio time?
A whole lot.
Well, one of our
Yeah.
winners did their entire EP, and because of that EP, they got asked to open for Mercy Me.
Get
Awesome.
out. That's
So there you go.
awesome.
And that was just what they want, not a dime more, just
Right.
what they want.
Very
Wow.
awesome. Very
That's
awesome.
awesome.
So if you guys ever get a band together behind you that comes to travel, the whole posse, man, one of these days I would love to have you guys in the battle.
That
Would
is
love to.
that is actually part of the plans, but you know, it's we actually it's a funny story. We actually met in a club date band.
Did you really?
Wow, okay.
She was coming to audition, and I was on the other side of the microphone like you. And I was the guy, the roadie guy that would come and set up all the equipment and help the drummer bring his trap case up 5 flights of steps because they wouldn't let the
Wow.
the dirty musicians use the elevator.
Yeah,
You know
right,
what
of
I
course,
mean?
of course.
So
Heaven
you-
forbid.
Right,
Man.
So I was a grunt, and I met this gorgeous girl. She came in to
Oh,
audition
oh, here
to
she
the
is.
band.
She's still
and-
gorgeous, man. Look at after all the look at
thank
look at her,
you.
man.
And it's so funny. The band leader, he would let me do a few songs because I knew a few, but I didn't know enough to actually lead. You know,
Right,
So
right.
I knew a couple of tunes, and I jump out there and I do a couple of things. But whoa, was my stuff, red hot that night. I was ready. I was aiming to impress that.
I'll
night.
bet you were.
So I came and did my thing, but she sang 2 words, man, and it just went right through my body, man. I said, "Oh my God, get out of here!" I didn't know what that was, but I know what it is now. The anointing, the Holy Spirit was on her.
Well, you
See
said
that?
it was the anointing, but I thought you didn't like my singing. I was like,
Yeah,
wait
well,
a minute.
but yeah, I get confused with that too. Where they
Oh
tell me,
my
Brother
God.
John, you're anointed. I said, no, you mean annoying? No, anointed. No,
No.
annoying. No, anointed. And so
Ba-dum.
I get confused with those 2 words too. But anyway,
tell you,
I
yeah.
digress.
I tell you, and so it's funny but that is the game plan. But you're in the music business as well, and you
Yeah.
understand that. Dealing with a bass player, drummer, guitar
hard.
guy, whatever. Getting all the personalities to mesh and gel and get them there all at the same time.
It ain't easy.
That's
It ain't
half.
easy.
Just getting there at the same time is half the battle, and it's all the clashes of different personalities. It's tough. It's a tough racket.
Yep.
But if you can make it work, man, what a beautiful thing that
It's all
happens.
about God.
Yeah.
God is the one. He brings people together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then of course he lets things come apart too. Like I
Yeah.
believe that you have different situations, and very rarely I think are there situations that all stay together all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got to give and take in the sense, because God always has different plans going on.
Yeah.
So you're here for a little bit and you go here a little bit like that. Ideally, it would be to find one setup and to stay to the rest of your life, but I don't know. I think we're so sinful that it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
But that being said, because I mean, I know as a musician, I have a very hard time with just like dealing with my own self, much less anybody else.
Sure.
Right.
So, how did you all get? Now, how long have you been doing music?
Oh gosh. Well, separately, I've been doing music since I can remember. My sisters and I used to have a group, and we would sing in church. We'd sing outside of church. We sang, the bar circuit and all of that.
And you know, God led us in a different way. It's funny when you're trying to do something that's out of the will of God, He will shut those doors.
True.
So I've been doing this for some time, and I don't know how long you've been, for a long time too.
Well, yeah.
He was DJ Trev, right? One time, right? No,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had DJ Trevor, and as a matter of fact, I had a minister friend of mine recently asked me to dust off my turntables.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
And play a I think it was an engagement party or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was
Bridal shower
the
engagement.
bridal shower, right? And so I said, wow, you know, it's that's a tough racket. I mean, let me tell you, you gotta buy records every week because there's something new every week.
And they're back to back to old prices
And then-
too. It's not like
Right.
they're all like so expensive now.
And wires get dusty and bent, and you got to buy new wires and I had to actually get back in the saddle again.
You're old school DJ, because now the new DJs
Right.
press buttons.
Well,
Yes,
first of
right.
all, they could simulate the scratching
Right.
now and still move
Sure,
the fingers.
it's a
And now I
laptop
like
thing.
because there's a friend of mine is a DJ. There's a service they pay for, so they get the music every week. It's just a service they
But
pay
like
for.
Wow.
so this just to show everyone and how old school I really
I like
am.
the old school
I used
stuff.
to carry crates in
Yep.
and the old days
Yes. I
and
like that
all of
stuff.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I took it out one last hoorah, and it worked out well.
I'll bet it sounded great too.
And yeah, it was pretty good. And I have a pretty good mixing ear.
I'll bet you
But
do. Based on your music, guys, if you get the CD, you'll see what I'm talking
oh
about.
my goodness! And you know, just a long story short, I've actually been doing this type of music, hip hop. I'm actually a youngster to it, if you can believe it, because I've always liked rap. Even when I was a kid,
Right.
I knew everything on the radio. I could recite it.
Yeah.
A week after it started playing, I got it. I got the whole thing down. But the thing is that I could never really get my own thoughts down on the paper because I was always too drunk or high to sit and gather my thoughts. And so that only came later once I met her and the pieces started coming together, and I started to church regular, and I asked the Lord eventually one day. I said, Lord, if you would gift me this, I would dedicate it to you. I won't use it for the street. I'll use it for you. And
That's right.
To for your glory. And so he started giving me piece by piece by piece, and it turned out to be a blessing because she and I we share this whole thing, and you guys are gonna hear it very, very soon.
I can't wait. It's coming
up.
up.
But it was easy. You know what I mean? It was automatic. Like when we went in, she's a real pro. She's a lab rat. I mean, she used to live in the studio. No, she used to live in the studio, bro. So I mean, it was a difference
Well,
because
I could tell.
I had never.
Not that you can't hold. I love how you do your thing, or else you wouldn't be sitting here.
Right.
But I loved. I knew right away. So how
she
she
is
opened her
the
mouth.
she is the true gift of Bricks No Straw, and I have to say that my talent, like I said, that came later. I had trouble in it. I'll be honest, I had trouble in the studio. If you've never recorded, there's a method to it.
Yep.
There are certain bars that you have to go for, and then there's a chorus, and then there's
Click tracks, gotta go with click tracks.
Right,
You gotta
sure.
go. Oh yeah.
He tells you just too modest, because he used to do commercials and I mean national commercials.
Well,
and he was on
acting-
HBO comedy specials. He did his thing. He's
yeah,
been
yeah.
around.
Acting,
He
and-
understands.
but acting and music, two different things.
It is,
so,
it is.
Yeah,
It's-
but
it's
you
different,
can
but
marry
you-
them at times.
you're
I mean, some
absolutely
people just got it
professional.
like that. They can really marry the two. But
when you're out front, like
Right.
when you're out with the crowd, you
Yeah. Right.
definitely, because you gotta do, you gotta
Engage.
I hate to use the word work the crowd, but yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kind of like you gotta present.
Exactly.
So,
Well, anytime you want to do recorded intros and outros for us and share it with agents so we can promote your ministry, you're welcome to send them along or whatever. We would definitely use it.
Awesome.
Because and anytime and I've never and Rich is my witness. I've never offered this to any other
No, he
people.
is not. I will
People,
say
that.
and I've also never offered this to any other hip hoppers or rappers or that what I call my own form melodic hip hop. I like to call it because when the person can sing and can hip hop, there's a melody, and it's not sampled.
Right.
And she could sing, and so even though I like almost the Rihanna thing on that one song, but we'll get to that one song that was on Spotify.
Yes, yes.
I love that thing. But anyway, the other thing I'm going to offer you is anytime you're in the area, you want to just stop by. As long as I'm here, stop by. We'll get you on the
Beautiful.
air.
Thank you for the
if there's
invite.
something you want to promote, we'll promote it.
Speaking of that, we come bearing gifts.
You did?
Yes.
Oh goodness! You didn't have to do that. You know that it was a
Thank
gift
you guys
enough.
for having us, thinking of us, and so we brought you.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Oh my goodness.
No, that's yours.
Oh, that's mine.
And this is past.
This is
for
Rich's. Brother Rich.
Yes,
Oh,
Brother
well,
Rich.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
All
you.
right.
One day I might ordain him. Well, thank you very much. I can't wait.
No, I can't be ordained. I'm too much.
Oh, yes, you can.
Yes, you
Well,
could. If they could ordain me.
I
they could ordain you.
I just love Jesus.
You know.
And then I just go like that. It's like I don't want to wear.
They ordained Saul was now Paul.
There you go.
know his
I'll
story.
just be rich, and that's it.
That's good.
I'm okay with that.
But you're just a great brother. That's why we say that. It's not so much to blow up your head.
You're gonna
but
make me
we're
blush.
happy.
I'm glad we're on the radio.
We're happy for you. Well, then you'll match the shirt. Well, if you match the shirt, they won't tell. They can't
That's
tell.
true. That's true.
So anyway, I
And the
digress.
violins were going. You missed it.
I digress again. Stealing my line from my brother that does this political thing, where he says, "I digress." Anyway, but we're glad you're here, and thank you for the gifts. I will do that. We'll take a look at that on the break. We are gonna have you up because Rich has got to do his little freestyling thing. So why don't you do that now? Then we're gonna play 3 songs in a box, and then by then we will have Trevor and Pam's stuff ready to rock. So we can hear some Bricks No Straw.
All right. Oh, is this my time?
Yes, good. It's your time.
Hey, everybody. This is to all of our Hamilton Radio listeners. Hamilton Radio is now a reseller for, what is that? Oh, yeah. Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy.
You forgot already?
System Mechanic. No, I just can't see. I'm
Can't
old
see.
and my eyes are old.
You can't read Ruden's thing.
Oh, sure. Vegas Movie Studio Editor and Magic's Music Maker. I actually have Magic's Music Maker. I like it.
Everybody just says it likes it too. That I
Well,
know.
there you go. You can help support Hamilton Radio by making your purchases here on hamiltonradio.net, right here. When you get ready to purchase that new camera for your vacation or need of home essential items to computer and video needs, just click on the ad links on the top page of hamiltonradio.net. Just shop and purchase like you would normally do. Your purchase will help support Hamilton Radio to continue to bring your great music and talk shows like ours. I think we're
And so
great.
many others.
I think we're really good.
Hey, we're okay.
Please tell your family, friends, and coworkers. Also, Hamilton Radio can now have your business ad on our Facebook Live
Yeah, if you
during
see
our
if you see our
live
Facebook
shows.
Live there,
Go
everybody. It
to
should be under me.
hamiltonradio.net
Under me.
for more info. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff right there.
Yeah. See that? See that up there? Yeah.
So remember,
We can
before
put it
you
right there.
shop, think hamiltonradio.net and make your purchases here on our website by clicking on the supported affiliated companies ad links on the top of hamiltonradio.net and also our Facebook Live ads. Your support is very appreciated, and everyone here at Hamilton Radio
Thanks you. And we are coming up on the 6 o'clock
Yes,
hour.
we are.
On
Bong,
Hamilton
bong,
Radio.
bong.
Bong, bong, bong. You're listening to HamiltonRadio.net, channel HR2, the sold out program. And our special guest today in studio is Bricks No Straw.
Yeah.
Especially if you know the story of Pharaoh and all that stuff, you'll get the reference, but we'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to play 3 songs in the box, and then we're going to hopefully be ready for Bricks No Straw.
Yeah.
As Ruben finally adjusts the wonderful digital camera. Hope you've enjoyed the enhanced. It's much better
It's
than the
so
other camera.
clear.
It's so
I feel
clear.
like I'm live.
And I just love the character generator where it says sold out radio and all that. It's really cool. So God has really blessed this station as well, and they are a blessing to us. Speaking of which, we are going to play. This is the first time ever on radio, as far as I know. If they don't, they'll call me tonight. If we're on radio somewhere else, but I'm going to take the credit. But there's a group from South Jersey. They used to do mostly Christian worship covers and other covers, but do it kind of with their flair, because they have a guy in his BC days. He's an incredible guitarist, and he plays guitar. Joe DeLisi, he's awesome, right? But anyway, now they formed a group called Freddie Fish and the Loaves. Now there's nobody in the band named Freddie. There's nobody named in the band named Fish, and they don't give out loaves of bread at their concert.
Nobody named Hootie.
The only loaves of bread they give out is the bread of life. Is the only
That's
bread.
right.
But they have a song that they actually wrote. It's not a cover. And that's why I'm going to play it right here. It's this title cut of their first CD. After being together more than 10 years, they finally got us cut a CD. And the song's called Blood Brothers. Is the name of the song. So we're going to hear that, followed by another band that what they did was they used to Crossroad Eyes. They had a band called Crossroads, not to be confused with, there's a lot of bands named Crossroads, but this one did all secular music that they would change the words and Christianize them. And so people would stop at our concerts whenever I have them, because I do a lot of outdoor concerts, and they would think they're listening to whatever the secular, and wait a minute, the words are different. Yeah. And then they would get their testimony in between the song. But they wrote some original tunes now. And they have a song called Giving All For You. And so we're going to hear from their first CD, Crossroads, Giving All For You. And we're going to finish off the set. Might as well go with the new and then the very old. Somebody who's been doing Christian music since 1971. I don't play label artists on this show. So if a label artist, though, in their old age decides to go indie and buy their catalog, as this gentleman did, I'll play him. But he started Christian contemporary music, basically, one of the starter pioneers, with a guy named Keith Green, who you may or may not have heard. Right?
Green.
Well, Randy,
Wow.
you know the song Love Broke Through? Like breaking up to
Yeah, Phil Keaggy redid it.
longest dream.
Yeah.
Well, Phil Keaggy redid it, but this man wrote it. Randy Stonehill.
Randy Stonehill wrote.
Randy
I
Stonehill
thought
wrote it with
Keith
Keith
did.
Green.
Oh, he wrote it with it.
So they co-wrote the song together. So Randy Stonehill has a song which is really cool because it talks about a lot of the turmoil that was around in the 80s, and it's amazing how much crap and turmoil is on the news now. But it's called Great Big Stupid World.
Wow.
So that's the song we're going to play. So we're going to have, once again, going back, Blood Brothers, if I could speak correctly, Giving All For You, and Great Big Stupid World, right here on the Sold Out program on Hamilton Radio Channel HR2.
Sold out.
Don't go away.
On the hill of Calvary, the Son of God died for me. He walked the road no one would choose. He walked it alone for me and you. From the cross that dripped his blood, our Savior unified us. The shedding of that blood made us blood brothers. When we look to the cross, we can see salvation. Salvation through the cross, a bridge of unifying blood. The sacrifice of his blood brings us closer to our Christ, a selfless gift of love that makes us blood brothers. Brothers a selfless gift of love that makes us blood brothers. Brothers
we worship at the Shroud of Elvis. And we're waiting for that money from Ed McMahon. And we're drinking from the Perrier Fountain of Youth while we follow what the daily horoscope's saying. Taking lethal doses of MTV, delving into pet psychiatry, trying to treat cancer with the fruit juice cure, and waiting for the Beatles reunion tour. Cause it's a great big stupid world, and we're feeling kinda queasy as it turns around. Great big stupid world, and we're never really sure if we're up or down. We're on a dirt clod out in space, where it stops nobody knows. If Jesus came back today, they'd try to book him on the Oprah Winfrey show. Cause it's a great big stupid, great big stupid, great big stupid world. Well, we're hot on the trail of Bigfoot, and we're wearing the crystals to feel the power. We're hoping that the creatures from outer space come to set us free in that final hour. Trying to tell the future from the lumps on our heads, getting melanoma from our tanning beds, channeling Houdini with Shirley MacLaine, and trying to figure out what the dolphins are saying. 'Cause it's a great big stupid world, and we're feeling kinda queasy as it turns around. Great big stupid world, and we're never really sure if we're up or down. We're on a dirt clod out in space, where it stops nobody knows. If Jesus came back today, they'd try to book him on the Oprah Winfrey show. 'Cause it's a great big stupid, great big stupid, great big stupid world. Well, it's a great big stupid world. Dum 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 dum. It's a stupid world. It's a great big stupid, great big stupid, great big stupid world. Well, we're studying the National Enquirer. Is it true Sonny Bono is the Antichrist? We debate if TV wrestling is really a sport, while we're testing rock and roll and its effect on mice. Bonding with our little computer screens, getting anorexic on our lean cuisines, turning plastic surgeons into millionaires, so everybody finally gets to look like Cher. It's a great big stupid world, and we're feeling kinda queasy as it turns around. Great big stupid world, and we're never really sure if we're up or down. It's a great big stupid world. Dum 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 dum. It's a stupid world. Great big stupid world. Dum 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 dum. Baby, it's a stupid world. Great big stupid world. Dum 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 dum. Mama, yeah. Great big stupid world. Dum 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 dum. Kong, ki chong, kong, kong, ki chong, kong, 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 chong.
know whether my mic's on. There it is.
There it is.
Yay! Baby, it's a stupid world.
Yeah.
And if Jesus were to come back today, he probably would book him on the Oprah Winfrey Channel, own network would probably get him, you know. But anyway, that is a great
Yeah.
tune from Randy Stonehill. And as I said, I don't play a lot of label people because he's not a label person anymore. He's now independent. And I support his ministry because he's on our coast now. He's living from California. He's on South Carolina now. So if we need to get him up here for a reasonable amount, what he'll do is he'll do little concerts along the way. So that's how I was able to see him for a free will offering because his paid concert was just before he got here. And then just after he left here, he had the paid concerts in between. So he was able to do a few for free will offering.
Nice.
And 67 years old, 47 years in the industry / music stuff.
That's beyond longevity.
And with a beautiful terrier named Nigel who turned 21. His dog is 21.
That's amazing.
Dog's older than him.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the dog has to travel with them, and they keep him in a
150
carrier.
years old? Is that
Yeah.
150
Yeah.
years?
Yeah.
I
My
think that's how it
goodness.
breaks down. Yeah.
And Nigel even has his own business cards when you get to the merch table. It's the coolest
Does he
thing.
wear like a doggy diaper or something?
No, but he
seems like he would be incontinent something.
But
you
but
know?
Just
but-
farts a lot.
But that's true. And he has to sit in the carrier next to mommy and daddy on the stage. They can't leave him
Nice.
home. That's why he's with them wherever they go to sit in the
It's
carrier.
a four-leg miracle.
It's four-leg miracle. Well, anyway, speaking of four legs and miracles, we have two people, so two legs apiece.
Oh, there
and
you
four-
go.
Wait,
Ooh,
nice
nice
shake, huh?
This guy's
Bricks, no straw.
He's got a million of them, I bet.
Bricks, no straw.
Ah.
And they are part of the reason why you won't, you could get out of and have an alternative to this great big stupid world if you listen to the stuff they're singing about.
Amen.
So we know we're going to be at the Life Festival, which is going to be great. Rocky's going to call in at 6:30ish.
Rah.
So
All right,
it's
that's
going to
cool.
be great. Tell us more about the Life Fest in Middletown, Pennsylvania, at Fountain of Life, which is a great church. And you have to go to their website, http://lifefest.org, in order, I believe that it is. He'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's it. Because you have to, even if you're not in the tournaments, you still have to get a free ticket because they need to get a kind of an idea how many people are coming or how many people are coming.
Yeah.
So get your ticket. I got two, even though I'm wishful thinking, because I don't know whether my radio partner's going to be available, whether Art's going to be available, or whether anybody's going to be available. But I made sure I picked up two
Well, good for you.
there that day.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm staying, and Lord willing, I'll be staying overnight at one of the local hotels. I love those mom and pop hotels because first of all, they're cleaner most of the time up that area than the name brand, and it's just a nicer atmosphere. So hopefully, I want to stay overnight Friday because I really want to take the whole festival in, and I want to maybe volunteer to prayer. It's kind of hard. The problem that I have with some of the mega churches is it's kind of hard to be part of the ministry because they don't know me.
Got it.
But more Rocky knows my heart, and I know that he's going to do whatever he can to at least let me say prayers for people and at least be one of the. If they have if they have a torrential amount of people that receive the Lord, I would be happy to.
Listen, that's exactly the goal, and I think that's what they're putting it all together for, is so that people have the opportunity to come to the cross.
Yes.
I had a thought the other day, and I said, all of the miracles that the Lord performed, and all of the people He's touched, and all of that stuff that's in the Bible that they say He did, and all of that's for nothing if He doesn't go to the cross.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
He's got to sacrifice.
And the way I look at it is, there's a song that Dave Pettigrew did, a song called "Even If Not." My friend Dave Pettigrew is an independent artist who play on the show, but it talks about in the book of Habakkuk that he was praying and he said, I know God can rescue me, I know God will save me, blah, blah, but if He's not, I will praise Him anyway.
Yeah.
So even if I don't pray with one single person in the tent because I respect all pastors, whether I agree with them or not, and even if they don't want me to do it, I'm going to be praying while I'm sitting in that lawn chair. And I'm going to be praying not that, take care of them because they wouldn't let me minister, Lord. No. I'm going to be praying, Lord, make multitudes more than they ever imagined go to that tent. Make multitudes come forward for it. And bless Rocky because regardless of what his church elders think, he is the real deal.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
He's the real deal.
He's learned so much through the years. You've seen him for,
and they have a blessing by having him there.
Yeah.
Heart of God.
Absolutely. It is amazing with these opportunities.
Right.
There is just so much. We're in end times. I don't care. I don't know the time. but I know what's coming soon. I've never seen such hate in this world right
Yeah.
now.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
And it's just it literally breaks my heart. I can't even like I'll turn on the TV and I'll turn it back off because I can't deal with it.
That's right.
Because there's no love. There's no true
Right.
Christ love.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, it's love of stuff. It's
It's
love
all
of
part
your
of
moment.
God's plan. It's
Yeah.
all part of His plan.
And you
That's
know,
right.
and I just and that's my ongoing. Jesus, come on, come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
come and bring it, bring
And
it.
you're gonna bring me back my R&B days again. Now, where is the love?
Where is the love?
Where is the love? It's not. It's not. It's definitely not on TV.
No. No.
So, what song? Speaking of love, and I love this stuff. What song we're gonna kick us off with before Rocky calls in? What,
I
what
think
we're gonna do for us?
I think we're gonna do the very first song that she and I recorded together, Sister. He's the Life.
Okay. Here
All right.
You're listening to Bricks No Straw live here on HamiltonRadio.net.
Woo! There we go.
Check.
Come on. We're gonna talk about Jesus. You know the one. Let's go. The bricks.
He is the Alpha and the Omega, aka the Lord God Almighty, the Savior. Erase away the pain with His blood, my debt's paid up. The only way, the truth, and the light. He is the Alpha and the Omega, aka the Lord God Almighty, the Savior. Erase away your pain with His blood, my debt's paid up. The only way, the truth, and the light. He's the light.
Truth and a lie. Every day you bless, you need proof. Take a breath. Full control while you all fired up, cause the Lord's so cold. Make you shiver, see your body quiver. Roll with the giver who stand and deliver. Though you just a sinner, you turn to a winner. Yeah, I know you're a real tough dude and you ain't no lame. Way too proud and you never complain. Life's stress can drive you insane. Just call His name, He cleanse you like rain. Now you feeling hype, all revved up like a motorbike. You ready to fly, He'll fuel your flight. Jesus be the way and the truth
He
and the light.
is the Alpha and the Omega, aka the Lord God Almighty, the Savior. Erase away the pain with His blood, my debt's paid up. The only way, the truth, and the light. He is the Alpha and the Omega, aka the Lord God Almighty, the Savior. Erase away your pain with His blood, my debt's paid up. The only way, the truth, and the light. He's the light.
Hey,
He's
you
the
gotta say
light.
hey. All right,
He's
people
the
out there
light.
say,
The only way, the truth, and the light.
the Lord
He's
told me
the
I was
light.
made for this. His words in my heart, now my heart's in the mix. Milo, all licks, feel this, you can break the chain. Hear His word, it'll erase the pain. Christ ruling and He coming back again. Tell your enemy and tell your friends. Businessmen, teachers, and the hooligans. Student thugs of your dress is the pen. Separate yourself from the world, we don't blend. His well run dry like a Philly to the brim. Power low, sound mind, ready for the end. Jesus came to eradicate your sin, so put down the gun, put down the knife. Let's unite, don't fight, He might be coming tonight. This is one up in your eye to receive your sight. Jesus be the way and the truth and the lie. Lie, 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 lie,
He
lie.
is the Alpha and the Omega, aka the Lord God Almighty, the Savior. Erase away the pain with His blood, my debt's paid up. The only way, the truth, and the light. He is the Alpha and the Omega, aka the Lord God Almighty, the Savior. Erase away the pain with His blood, my debt's paid up. The only way, the truth, and the light.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
That's
That's awesome,
for
man.
the Lord.
Is that
A
cool
little,
or what? Right?
little technical difficulties, but we try to squeeze through it. You know, we can't. You can't.
Did it get better by the end?
Well, yeah.
A little better. We
Okay.
get.
The live vocals could come down in the headphone mix, but the music could go up. But other than
Yeah,
that, it's
all right.
fine, man. I was like rocking to this stuff, man. This is awesome. And I
Awesome.
can understand every
so
word.
good. So good.
Amen.
I'm glad we
you're
could be a
listening to-
blessing.
You're listening to Bricks No Straw right here live on Hamilton Radio.
Yeah.
So
Keep it locked. Keep it locked. Keep it locked. Keep it locked. Keep it locked.
there you
keep it
go.
locked, keep it locked.
And with Rocky should be calling in any second now, I hope.
Well,
and
he's watching now.
he's
I
watching,
think
so he should be
Yeah,
calling
he's
in.
on.
So we're gonna
Rock.
while Rocky's calling, just tell us the story behind the name. But I want that you never hear from you instead of from me. I kind of gave it away. But
Sister, you do your thing.
Well,
you know that's your
Bricks
department.
No Straw. When we first put this group together, my husband was like, I got the name. I'm like, what is it? He said, Bricks No Straw. I said, no. I did not like it.
no, that's not the name.
I was like, that's not hip hop. That's not pop. What is that? So he, kind of sat down with me. He's like, babe, you remember the story? You know how Moses went to Pharaoh to tell him to let this people go, and the people had to make these bricks with mortar to make it stick.
Right.
And he said, okay, I'm not only gonna not let your people go. Now you're gonna make bricks, and you're not gonna have anything to make it stick. So try that.
Yeah.
So he was saying, bring that, to modern days. They want you to pay all these taxes, and pay for more gas, and the prices of things are going up. Everything but the salaries are going up.
That's
So
right.
we got to still make the bricks with no straw, but God is what makes it stick. He was what makes it work, and He's what progresses us. So Bricks No Straw represents the impossible. That's where it comes
Yes.
from.
That's awesome.
That was so good.
Is Rocky on the line yet, or not yet? Okay, Rocky.
Waiting on the rock.
Rocky, 6:30. Rocky, call us.
Come on.
Anyway, that's okay.
Oh, there he is, right there.
There he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Rocky.
Rock.
All right, Rocky.
Yeah.
Are you there, buddy?
Yes, sir. I am here, brother.
All right, yeah.
What's up, Rock?
Rocky Nails from
What's
Fountain
going
Life
on?
Church in Middletown, Pennsylvania, originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
So tell us
Yes,
all about
sir.
Life Fest with your brother and sister here, Bricks No Straw. Tell us all about it, how our listeners could get involved in this, and and I am praying. I'm going to be there. I don't care. I'm going to claim it by faith. I'm going to get there.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me on. What's up, Bricks? Rev Trev?
Hey, love you, man.
Yeah.
Rock.
Hey,
What's
PC
going
with the
on?
fam, man.
Yeah, it's good to. I was watching you guys on the Facebook Live. Alpha and Omega. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
Good
it.
stuff.
This is all about.
Amen.
Yeah, so yes, Life Fest is taking place August 10th and 11th. So we're starting off. Bricks No Straw actually they'll be there for both events. They're performing both night and
Excellent.
day,
Right.
Friday
All the
night
more
and
reason why I
Saturday
gotta
night.
be
So-
there.
Saturday. So it's really cool that you actually got them on. But yes, if the listeners, whoever's watching, wants to get involved, you can go to lifefest.rocks, or you could also just check out the Facebook page, Lifefest, and really, we're just hoping and praying for God to move. This is a bunch of people's different visions basically coming together. I've been doing the Rock Cafe for several years. God is so good that I was able to bring it from Brooklyn, New York to the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania. So that's pretty cool to have a pastor and a church that were able to still allow me to do that and bless me. But something like Life Fest, this was always something that I had wanted to do, even going all the way back to Brooklyn. I mean, Bricks No Straw, they've been at so many events that I've done that we've gotten to do together. We even did one back before I actually moved out to Pennsylvania called Rock the Yard. So it was an outdoor type event, and it was like on a smaller scale, but I always had the vision of trying to do like a creation type of event, and then it just so happened that we have other members of the church and good brothers and sisters in Christ that have also had visions and dreams of that same type of deal. So that's why, you bring the vision to leadership and they agree with it. And it's like, well, what do we need to do to make this happen? And so it's really cool to see everybody's different talents and gifts, what they're able to bring together to the table in order to make this event happen. Like, there's only certain things I'm able to do. I've been blessed with doing the cafe to know so many great artists and to be able to bring them in. And for me, one of the coolest things for this event, what I feel makes it different. I mean, number one, the main goal is to, that's why Life Fest is why we came up with the title, is because the whole goal is to speak life into people in the name of Jesus Christ. You know, we want to see souls saved. We have baptism pools, so we're hoping for and praying for salvations and baptisms, you know, at the end of the event. But what I also like about it is the fact that it gives local unsigned Christian artists the opportunity to showcase the gift that God's given them, and they get to do it, you know, to hopefully what we're praying is a large audience, and they're just able to share what God's given them. So I really like that. I really like being able to give back and to help artists who I feel are very anointed and very humble and just have a good message. You know, I don't like working with people that have a bad and negative attitude. So it's always a blessing with, you know, Bricks No Straw. I've known them for a good number of years now, and they're very talented, but they're also just very good, humble, and anointed people. So it's always a pleasure having artists like that to work with. So it's going to be awesome. We're going to have food trucks there. I mean, they're doing volleyball and archery tag tournaments. There's just going to be other things throughout the event just to have games to play for the kids and stuff. There's a bounce house and a rock wall. So there's definitely stuff there to entertain you throughout the entire day.
Rock,
and,
you're forgetting one thing,
like,
Rock.
Yes.
There's also Kim Gamone. She's going to be the loudest one there screaming.
That's
like,
right. Kim,
Rocky.
Mrs. Rock.
Absolutely. That's Mrs. Nails. Absolutely. She'll definitely be there. We've actually been working on some music together, so I might be able to pull her on stage, and she's been coming out of her shell, so I might have her make a guest appearance on stage while she's bouncing around.
That's right.
But
and Rock, I want
but
to
absolutely, she's definitely one of the loudest. So the blessing is we know to date so far that we have approximately, and this is without even the artists or like family members, that they're bringing in around 200 people so far registered for the event alone. So which I think is pretty awesome considering it's the first year doing it. You know, we don't have necessarily a well-known, you know, quote, big headliner doing it, but I think, you know, a lot of people at Fountain of Life Church, we've all been putting our heart and soul into it and been pushing it through social media, and we've been giving out these bracelets, and there's actually a local restaurant in town, in Middletown, where it's called the Brownstone Cafe, and we have like Life Fest flyers at every single table in the restaurant. So we've been doing our part to push it, and it's really awesome. Actually, that the manager of the restaurant was willing to do that. You know, right away, sometimes certain places or wherever, it's a Christian event, you know, they get scared and they go run and hide in the kitchen or wherever. But you know, we let them know that, well, you know, this place that's a lot hotter than the kitchen. So, you know, if you wanna promote the right thing, get back out of the kitchen and promote something that's speaking life. Yeah. You know. So, but
Rock,
yes,
we've been trying to get the word out for you all month here, brother. Sorry to cut you.
Big as possible.
All month for you.
Amen.
That's great.
I wanted to let you know that August the 5th, real quick, and then you can definitely continue on where you left off there, brother. August the 5th, on my third program, which is called Try God First, with myself and the Reverend Dr. Gregory McMillan, we have Parallel on the show to talk about Life Fest on August the 5th. So that's a 1 hour show. So if you could call in between 2:30 and 3:30, great. If not, I'll be here with Pastor McMillan, and we'll have Parallel with us. I believe it's going to be a call in with Parallel as well. So it might be hard for you to call in because we only have the one line, but we're definitely going to be pushing it up to that's the last program we have that I have a little bit of, freedom as to who I could put on the show, and we want to get the Parallel. And I'm not, as I was telling Bricks No Straw, normally I'm not like a real big rap hip hop guy, but I'm telling you, when I heard them the first time on the promo stuff and on YouTube or whatever the heck I heard them, I said they got to be on the show, and I support them. Same thing with Parallel, because I call it melodic hip hop, because if there's one member of the team that could really sing, that to me that's even better. And of course, when you do the rapping parts, you got to be able to enunciate and understand every word, and both them and Parallel do a phenomenal job.
They
and I'm
just
excited.
blew me away.
They even blew Rich away.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you.
So, and I'm telling telling people get a ticket even if you're not in the tournament. So tell everybody about that as well, because we want everybody to get a ticket.
Sure. Yeah. The whole purpose of getting a ticket ahead of time is, again, just so we can get a head count, get an idea of how many people are coming. I mean, you know, we're staffed as well as we can be with the church that we have, but you know, it's important to know whether or not 200 people are coming or 2,000 people are coming. So and I mean, hey, we'll pray for that feed the 5,000 moment, and God will keep multiplying. But we just want to know so we have an idea, so we're staffed properly, and so that we could provide the best service possible while we're there, and make sure that there's a need that's fit for everybody. And you know, so, and plus for the tournaments, we're trying to put together teams for the archery tag and for the volleyball, because these are just games that are going to be going on while people are on stage, and while, you know, just to keep the event flowing. And again, there's really cool prizes.
Yeah,
like,
tell
again,
people about that.
there's like $100 cash prizes and flat screen TVs and gift cards. So even if you never heard of archery tag, you don't know how to play volleyball, man, sign up anyway, because if you plan on staying the whole day, you know, of course we want people to hear the speakers and we want people to hear the artists, but just to keep, you know, sometimes your mind might wander or whatever, so just to keep yourself going.
I'm going to annihilate everyone.
That's right.
Just hop in a game. You know, it's not the Hunger Games, thank God, but But
I'm not coming now. It's not.
We'll be hungry for the word. So you know, but yeah, definitely. If people want to register and sign up for that, it's gonna. And you know what it is too. Honestly, it's also, and look on the site, because there is an age limit with the archery tag. The details are all there on lifefest.rocks. But even for the youth that's going to get involved in that, I mean, it's a good opportunity just to fellowship with people. You know, a lot of times sports and things like that brings people together. So, you know, a lot of times people are maybe more shy, they don't want to talk, but if you're having a game or something like that together, you know, it's a good opportunity for people to talk and connect and stuff like that. So so we're excited for that, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Just keep spreading the word. We're doing our part. Like I said, I plan on actually going out into the town sometime this week and handing out more bracelets and trying to speak with people and kids and youth. I mean, it's necessary. It's important. I mean, that's why we're here, to spread the gospel in any way that we can, any way that we know how.
Give the truth.
So, yeah.
Well, thanks for calling in, Rock. We've been pushing it all month. I know you've been busy, and one of those Sundays was an anniversary, and that's why I didn't call you, because one of them was an anniversary.
Thank you.
And I really wanted you to have that anniversary in peace.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. The Rock is getting old, but I'm still pushing through. You know, you got to stand on the rock, so I'm still pushing through. But no, God is good. God is good.
Lead us to the rock that is higher than I, kind of deal, right?
right. And John, by the way, if Hamilton Radio wants to come and like set up a booth or something,
right,
you're more than welcome to do that.
That'd be great.
So you just let me know if you guys, because we have Yes Hour. Shout out to the Yes Hour. I know they're going to be there, and
he offered you if you want to set up a booth there.
Their radio station, and we have if we cover the tri-state plus PA, we're going to have, God willing, a PA radio station there called The Voice, and then Yes Hour will be there, and I think it's only right that we represent jerseys, John. So if you want to bring Hamilton Radio over to Life Fest, that'd be cool. So you just let me know.
There you go. And also, I know it's not going to be your only year doing this, and so I'm sure even if we can't swing it this year, we're definitely going to be doing it next year as well.
Absolutely, yeah. God willing, it'll be something that's a yearly thing, and that can take off and just again ultimately save souls. So, right. But we'll talk. You just let me know, man, and you're definitely. You're welcome to do that. So.
All right. Well, you'll be hearing from me, because if the Lord provides the money, you're going to recommend the hotel. So I'll be calling you up and ask you, where are you on
Sure. They have a good area to camp. I got a good tent for you. So
hey, if that's the only way I can do it, as long as I get a lot of bug spray and you put a net over my entire body, I'll be fine.
Yeah, you just got to get some mosquito spray. You might survive the night.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather have the amenities, man. You know.
Right,
But,
right.
I appreciate you guys so much, man.
Absolutely.
And I love you
Sure.
guys.
We love you, Rock.
And
Love you guys. God bless you.
Hey, we want one of those Rock Cafe gold microphones. We gotta win one of those. That's what we want.
I know. Sure. I'll see what I could swing at Life Fest. We'll see
And
what we
another,
can
one
do.
last plug, and then I'm going to get you off the phone so we could go forward here. You have a Rock Cafe that's going to be as a preview, I think, on the 1st of August. Is that correct?
Yes, that's it's just a pre-launch again. Same type of deal where again we're just trying to push the event hard. There's going to be a couple of Life Fest artists. G-Dub, he's a local artist around here, so he'll be there, a local hip-hop artist. And then Beauty for Ashes will also be there as well. And maybe a couple of surprise guests from Life Fest. Everybody had a lot of things going on. It's busy and it's hard, I know, traveling and stuff. So, but again, we're just doing it just to push Life Fest one last time. And again, obviously we want people saved at Life Fest, but hey, you know what? Hopefully somebody gets saved that night at the Rock Cafe as well. So,
Well, you know, normally
that's why we do
the
it.
first Saturday of the month is my Coffee Fest, but you know we're on our summer sabbatical where we don't go back till October. So I'm going to do my best.
Right.
Also, the Lord provides. I'm going to be
Awesome.
I'm going to be at that event as well. To try and meet
Sounds
some people,
good,
and then
man.
the following week, of course, I plan to be there. And when you see Whitney Bree,
Sure.
you could beat them up for not coming on the show today. But
I will.
even,
I'll have to-
no,
I'll
but
have
even
to-
though
I'll
they
have to
canceled,
take care of them
even though
for
they
you,
canceled,
yeah.
I'm really excited to have them because I want to have them at my Coffee House as well. But if they hadn't, I wouldn't have these two sitting next to me now. So I really want to thank
Yes,
these
so
guys
thank you.
in a pinch because I love these guys.
That's right. You brought Brooklyn in the house. You know,
Thanks for canceling.
I
you know,
love these guys. And I
I'm
love
turning
Carolyn.
country out here now. You know, my Brooklyn days are behind me. Those whacking days of the no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But no, it's a blessing that Brooks No Straw there. Yeah,
Yes,
awesome. I love
thank you
them.
very
So,
much, Rock.
glad
We
got
love you,
him.
man.
And for the record, Whitney Bree calls himself something else now. Please refresh my old man memory. What do they call
It's
themselves?
it's Beauty for Ashes.
Beauty for
So,
Ashes.
yes.
We can't
Beauty
wait to
for
get them
Ashes.
on the air on either.
And
this
by
or
the way,
Spotify.
you know what's also really cool? I like the fact that there's several groups that are husband and wife
Yes.
duos, which is really cool.
Yes.
And I always used to tell Bricks No Straw, I'm like, man, you guys are like, and they still are to this day, one of my absolute favorite groups. You know, I guess we'll call it melodic rap now, John, but they're definitely one of my favorite hip hop duos.
Oh,
and
they
then
are.
Parallel is also a married couple, and so is
Well, that's why
Beauty for Ashes.
That's why Parallel.
So very cool.
That's why Beauty for Ashes was going to be on because we want to emphasize family in this day of crumbling family, and that's why
Right,
Parallel
right.
has been asked, and Parallel is going to be here on the Try God First
Right.
program next Sunday
I'm tuning
from
in for
2:30 to
that.
3:30.
Yeah.
It's an hour program.
Very
and
cool.
Parallel will be here on the phone.
I want to hear them.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
they're awesome too. Very good people.
Wow.
Good, very loyal, good anointed people. Absolutely.
all right. God bless you, Rock. Thanks for joining
You
us.
too, man.
Thanks, Rocky.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.
All right, God bless
All
you.
right.
Rock.
That
Bye.
was Rocky
Later.
Nails, everybody.
Inez Gamon.
The curator and the MC of Life Fest.
Yes.
Lifefest.rocks. Lifefest.rocks.
Yes.
And it's http://. Don't do the www, so it won't go there. Lifefest.rocks. And you got to get a free ticket. You got to sign up for the tournaments. Even if you don't know, you're going to have a good time at the tournaments. They'll take good care of you up there.
Yeah.
And you're going to hear people like our guests. Can you imagine?
I know.
And what do you have for us next?
Are you ready? Ready for another one?
I'm ready.
All right. Hopefully, this one will go without a hitch. We're gonna go with Andy, that remix there.
You got it there, Ruben? All right, here we go. Bricks No Straw.
It's a very testimonial type song. You'll get it once you hear it, you know. And next to me, Sister, Hear Nothing.
Yes, just bring up that music in the
I hear
headphones,
nothing.
The
man.
vocals down a little bit. Yeah.
You bring it up in the headphones.
A little higher in the headphones, bro.
With the music.
It's fire burning in my heart from the start. Passion and raw aggression to spark. Gotta play the part, no direction, still I keep flexing. Them days I walked around with the Smith & Wesson. I lost my moms right before then. Somebody stretched out in the hall again. Go Brooklyn, looking, searching for the answers. This life will eat you up like a cancer. Used to be a dancer, but I don't dance no more. Wanna sing songs, but the innocence is gone. What went wrong? Hit the trees like a gong. Paper pipe, a bomb. I was once and backwards out the most. Deeper I fell into a misery. Punching holes in the wall till they look like Swiss cheese. Bottles of OE, couldn't recognize tea. Is that a drunk fool or a real OG? In my heart, mad dark, the summer was seen. But please speak the rhymes, I paint the next scene. If you're in a dark room, then you flip on the switch. Light destroys dark every time, it can't miss. In relation to me, it happens something like this. The Lord in my life, chase away the strife. Ma, I think of you when them church bells ring. Everybody come along, my beats help to sing. And he walks with me, and he talks with me. When I lose my way, he set a course for me. To the devil I say, hands off for me. You defeated anyway, he got a plan for me. And he walks with me, and he talks with me. When I lose my way, he set a course for me. To the devil I say, hands off for me. You defeated anyway, he got a plan. Prayed this morning, I prayed last night. I'm praying right now, but things still ain't right. I look to the hills from whence come my help. Cause if he don't come quick, I be stiff myself. You know the enemy fight, my own dog's plotting on my wife. Them kids crazy, way out of hand, right? That's when I hear a voice saying to me, if you get along with me, you got the victory. Get away from everything and everybody. Nobody stop me, I go off like a shot. I'm ready, bend my knees, bow my head. Reaching out to heaven, I remember the song said. And he walks with me, and he talks with me. When I lose my way, he set a course for me. To the devil I say, hands off for me. You defeated anyway, he got a plan. Great to go to church to feed your spirit, man. You're not sharing, your friends are good as dead, man. They dead now cause they don't know the one that laid his life down for all, God's only son. Sent down from heaven for you and your brethren. Your truth, the light, the foundation. Bring him to the nation in the midst of frustration. He's there in the fire, come and make we take it higher. Messiah master, help us to bring him to you faster. Headed for disaster, till we in the rapture. Christ is king, baby, that's what's up. Red treble, keep it real as the blood in the cup. And he walks with me, and he talks with me. When I lose my way, he set a course for me. To the devil I say, hands off for me. You defeated anyway, he got a plan. Yeah, God's got a plan for you, and he's got a plan for me. Yeah. Like I was saying before, this is dedicated to Junior. Hey, Bronx in here too, man. Hey. You defeated anyway, he's got a plan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bricks no straw.
He got a plan.
Wow.
He got a plan.
That's right.
All right. And we got Boogie Down Bronx mentioned in the house too. So
You want to tell him about Junior?
talk about Junior.
Yeah,
a little
Junior's
bit.
a 15-year-old innocent young teenage boy. It's a normal teenage kid that was from Bronx, New York, that was actually butchered down by a gang. June 20th, I believe the night was. What was so different about this, you hear about these things, these different things all the time, but they captured it on Facebook. He was telling people, please call 911. They caught the entire video, and I thought it
Wow.
was a joke before it had hit the news. I'm watching this child be slaughtered. He even got the strength to get up and walk toward St.
The
Barnabas
hospital,
Hospital.
yes.
Wow.
And this touched like the whole tri-state area. People from everywhere were coming to the memorial, to the murals that they painted on the brick walls for this child. Right now, they caught 12 of the suspects. They're in custody. They've been arraigned. The whole tri-state area has been out supporting. And there was just something different about this young man. He had such a smile, such warmth. They were showing all of his home videos. There was something different about him. And what touched me was he actually reminded me of our oldest son, Dylan. and he kind of looked like him. I even asked my 5-year-old.
same age,
I
too.
showed him a picture of the young man that was murdered, and I said, "Who is that?" And he said, "That's Dylan." He's
Wow.
thinking it's his brother. I
Wow.
said, "Wow!" But so many people felt like I did. You know, and they were so touched by it. We just pray for our youth, and that's why we do what we do, really, to get the youth and bring them back to God. Because what's out there right now, really, just to be honest, it's garbage.
Yeah, it's just an alternative. You know, we're not saying that the Bricks No Straw, we the best rap group out there,
Right.
and
It's not about
and we
that.
got that. It's
No.
no, it's not about
There's
that.
no
But
confidence.
it's in order to give people an alternative. There's so much
There's a
other
better way.
right crap out there that I mean that that there's guys out there with a lot of talent. But honestly, we were talking before. If you can't understand what they're saying, then
What's the sense?
Right, exactly. Then the words don't actually take effect.
It's ministry. It's
Right.
That's
ministry.
exactly what it is. That's
Very important.
I never heard that about Junior.
Yeah, look it up.
Just
It's all over YouTube.
Yeah,
I just
Lissandro
made I just
Guzman.
made my heart drop.
Yeah, to think if you actually saw the images, you think your heart drops from hearing it. I was
can't even
looking at it.
imagine.
Yeah, because they have all the
Yeah.
iPhone images people would tape. And,
Yeah, people from
saw
the
it.
the apartments above the store. They
nobody-
actually have
nobody
the
went to help
in-store
him or nothing?
in-store footage.
Well, once they
They
shoot,
put
you
him out.
shoot. You're,
Well,
you're
this-
done. You're out.
yeah.
You're shot. You're shot. You're done.
And the here's the lick. The crazy part was it was mistaken identity.
It wasn't even the right person they were looking for.
You know, it
Right.
was just it was horrible.
He was an innocent, a
It
total
was
innocent.
horrible.
And,
But the devil has got these young kids. They've got their minds. They think that everything is money and power, and this is how this is how to make success. This is how we're gonna make it. It's not how you're gonna make it. You can't make it without God.
No.
Period. Period.
can't.
End of story. I'm not going any other way. We're not telling you there's another way. There is no other way. He's
He
the
is
only
the way, the
That's
truth,
it.
and the life.
life. That's it.
Well, we're going to take a little break, and I'm so grateful to have Bricks No Straw in house, and that
Yeah.
Rocky was able to come in.
I'm
Well,
really loving this. I'm gonna be.
are you really? It's
I
good.
truly
I'm
am.
happy.
So much.
I
We love it too.
I'm fascinated because I love the way the songs are set up too. Because I do rock and that kind
Yeah.
of blues and things like that. But I like I can't think I don't think like the song you just did because I was listening to everything. But
Yeah.
it's so good and it comes together so well. And it's
Thank
like
you.
when you're writing it, you think okay, so we'll put this here and this here, or does this kind of fall together?
It
Right.
just falls
Well,
together.
everything every song is different, but I do have to say that usually it comes in pieces, and then we put the pieces together like a puzzle.
Yeah.
But that particular song came in one sitting. I guess
phenomenal.
the person the word I'm looking for is I kind of just spit it up like that, and
That's a
really
good
I mean
word.
there was
I
just
like
so
that.
much. There was so much. How would you say? I was just pouring out. You know what I mean? And the Lord had put it in me, and just kind of like my little testimony, in a song. But all the rest of our songs, I could accredit to our pastor, Pastor Gene Profeta,
Yes.
who's in church today. We're happy to see him back,
been back.
doing his thing. God bless him.
Pastor
He had some medical issues,
Yeah,
but he's
back
back.
issues.
But he's back. He's looking stronger than ever. We love that guy. But I
Does
always.
not quit.
But I always tell everybody that I said when you hear our CD, it's pretty much like what he preaches on every time he's on the pulpit, except it's in like song form. You know,
we're
we're
gonna-
students of his for sure.
Well, we're going to hear some more of that after the top of the hour. Before we say goodnight to everyone, we're going to hear some more, of course. Right now, we're going to take a little break and play some more songs in the box.
All right.
I like to play stuff, especially when the artist guests haven't even heard half of these people, so this is great. But my good friend Ken Perry, he's actually does all of the IT work and web work for the Roman Catholic Church of the Trenton Archdiocese, but he knows Jesus as his Savior, and he has a band and he's well overdue for an album, but his stuff is kind of timeless. But he has a really cool song called Overflow, which talks about once you do receive the Lord, you just overflow. even if you don't have it now, if you lack now, you'll have more than what you need once you come to Jesus. And of course, the next song talks about if you don't come to Jesus. It's called The Consequence, and it's for of course we always play that for Ruben. It's one of Ruben's favorite songs that Eddie Mann does. Eddie Mann, who has over 16 albums out, and he was the first artist to play at the Sold Out Coffee House, which is my coffee house, which will be celebrating its 18th year in October. So we got to be doing something right?
You know what 18 means? It means breaking of bondages.
Good. Well, I hope he breaks the bondage.
Awesome.
Definitely. But basically, Eddie's gonna be there. He's there every December. So if you want to see Eddie live, he's all over the place. But he lives half the year in Florida now and half the year in Philly. But he makes sure that he comes up every December to do our coffee house, since he's been there since day one, 18 years ago. And last but not least is the artist that won last year's Christian Battle of the Bands, Battle of Christian Bands, artist called Call Me Found, and they have a song called Come Into My House. Because once again, if you want it to overflow, and if you want to get rid of the consequences, he's right there. It says, "Behold," in Revelation chapter 3, verse 20, "I stand at the door and knock. If any man hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him, and he will be with me, and I will sup with him." And so he'll be in your house. Your heart is your house. There's an old book that came out that we used to give to new converts that received Christ during an altar call. It was called My Heart, Christ's Home. And we used to give that to new converts. Tells you what the next steps are. And so therefore, come into my house. My heart, Christ's home. Anyway, and this, you're going to love these three songs, and you're going to see why Hannah Devlin, the lead singer for Call Me Found, sings like an angel, and it was no doubt that they were going to win the battle this year. So here we go. Overflow with Ken Perry, The Consequence with Eddie Mann. Finish it up before we come back live with Bricks No Straw with Come Into My House by Call Me Found here on HamiltonRadio.net, the Sold Out program.
Even when I'm wandering
That's not it.
in the desert, don't know what tomorrow has in store.
Help me breathe, help me live. Help me love, help me give. I've had enough of my own power. Fill me up every hour. Come hard discover in the arms of providence. Love now is welling up to meet you. Won't you come and cover me? Fill me up and bring relief. Won't you live in me and fill me to overflow? Mouth is dry, soul is parched. From the lies they impart, I've had enough of my own power. Fill me up every hour. Come hard discover in the arms of providence. Love now is welling up to meet you. Won't you come and cover me? Fill me up and bring relief. Won't you live in me and fill me to overflow? God gave His only Son, the wind might not die but live. God gave His only Son, the wind might not die but
wanna be love in the conflict. I wanna be cool when it's tense. I wanna be joy in the sorrow. I wanna sway the consequence. I wanna be peace in the discord. I wanna be bold on the fence. I wanna be patient in the rush. I wanna sway the consequence. And I wanna be the calm in the storm. And I wanna be the light come hence. And I wanna be the city on the hill. I wanna make a difference. I wanna sway the consequence. I wanna be kind in the malice. I wanna be clear when it's dense. I wanna be good in the vile. I wanna sway the consequence. And I wanna be faithful in the struggle. And I wanna be the confidence. And I wanna be gentle in the suffering. I wanna make a difference. I wanna sway the consequence. And I wanna be the calm in the storm. And I wanna be the light come hence. And I wanna be the city on the hill. I wanna make a difference. I wanna sway the consequence. I wanna be the confidence. I wanna make a difference. I wanna sway the consequence. I wanna be love in the conflict. I wanna be cool when it's tense. I wanna be joy in the sorrow. I wanna sway the consequence. I wanna be the difference. I wanna sway the consequence.
Everyone gets hungry. Everyone gets cold. Everybody needs someone they can hold. Everyone gets lonely. And everyone gets sad. There are times when everybody feels high. shelter from the storm. Come into my house, you are welcome here. If you're cold, I'll keep you warm. Yeah, I will keep you warm. If you're feeling helpless, if you're on the edge, if you feel like leaping from life's ledge, come into my house. You are welcome here. You can shelter from the storm. Come into my house. You are welcome here. If you're cold, I'll keep you warm. Yeah, I will keep you warm. I can tell you're feeling desperate. I know, 'cause I've been desperate too. Oh yeah. Come into my house. You are welcome here. You can shelter from the storm. Come into my house. You are welcome here. If you're cold, I'll keep you warm. Come into my house. You are welcome here. If you're cold, I'll keep you warm. Keep you warm. Keep you warm. When you call me, I will shelter you.
Hello and welcome back to the Sold Out program here on Hamilton Radio HR2.
Hi there.
I am your host, John Acunzo,
I'm your host, Rich Jeffers. Actually, I'm the co-host.
the co-host. but
Co-host.
Same thing.
Yeah, I'm like over here. Everybody has the main table, and it's kind of over here by myself. You know.
At least he's got his own band. He's got his own band, though. At least he's got his own band.
I got my own band.
He's got his own
Yeah,
band.
they're in my back pocket.
Hard North. Hard North. is a band, yeah.
All right.
I'm going to have Soft South. That's going to be my band. Or kind of like maybe, in between East.
There
you
it
know,
is.
In
There.
between East.
Mid-East.
Mid-East. Or kind of like
Yeah.
slightly west, maybe.
Hey, Ruben, we need microphones over there.
Oh, yeah, we need the microphones for our
There it is.
guests here.
There you go. All right. Good.
The bricks.
There you go. Hallelujah. We're here with Bricks No Straw.
Yes.
Live in the house.
In the house.
From Brooklyn.
Oh,
A little beatbox. Yeah, a little
Bricks,
beatbox.
baby. The bricks, baby.
There we go.
Yeah, how are you at freestyling?
Yeah, do a little freestyle. Yeah.
Freestyle. My name is Pam, and I don't rap.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome, man.
I was feeling that. Yeah.
Definitely.
Off the top.
even if we're not feeling that, let's even whether we feel it or not, I got to tell you who's going to be on the next shows coming up. Even though Anna gave me a really confusing message, it's all over the place. But I'm going to try and figure this out. And if I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Okay, we have a lot of call-ins in August because we have a lot of artists bag out on us. It's vacation time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so here's what we're going to do. I think I got this down, and Anna could correct me because I know she's listening. Okay, for my good friend Marty Luce and his band called One Voice, I believe on August 12th, will be on the Sold Out program. I don't know whether they're going to be live or they're going to be call-in, but it doesn't matter because either way, Marty will be good enough to get me his stuff and we'll be able to hear him. Okay. My good buddy Lee Goldberg will be on the Try God First program on August the 19th. I believe he will definitely not be Memorex. He will be live because he told me that at the breakfast we had recently.
I just met him there.
Is it
Yeah,
live?
he's a really cool.
Yeah.
Then Kira, my good buddy, who's actually originally from the Ukraine, okay? Kira put out a new album, and it's totally different. Like, her stuff was kind of like the old school gospel special music stuff on the
Right.
conservative churches.
Right.
But she put out an album. She went to Nashville, and she did it right. She got the
Nice.
really good players. And she put out an album that I have the files for, but with all the computer glitches, I couldn't get them over to Ruben, but I'm going to get them over to Ruben. So the next show, you're going to hear a little bit of that. And so Kira will be with us on August 26th on the Sold Out program. And now it's call-ins. It looks like August 5th on the Try God First program. We already said this before. Parallel will be here. And hopefully Rocky, even though we have one line, maybe he could call in just before they call in or just after, but we'll get Rocky on here too. And on the SWAT program, Sunday Worship and Talk program, I think she's going to be a call-in, although I was hoping that she'd be here live. Kelly Deaver of Glorify will be here on the SWAT program. And that would be on August the 5th. And it looks like the 12th, someone who I kind of remember, but I like I said, Anna and I talk about millions of artists, so it's hard to remember. But Sarah Felicia will be here on the 12th, and I believe I don't know which show that. I think it's on the SWAT on the 12th. Sarah Felicia, and on the 19th. This looks like a call-in as well. On the 19th, on the SWAT program, will be a great ministry called RVing for Jesus. They take an RV and they go all over the country as a family, and they tell people about Jesus. Right. So how can you get better than that? You're going to be on SWAT. Now, let me look at her clarifying message, and I'll let you know. But as far as Life Fest people, it looks like Parallel is playing at Life Fest. And that's why she's going to be. They're going to be on the line with us on the Try God First program, and of course Kelly and Glorify is also playing at Life Fest.
Okay.
And that's another reason why they're going to be on as well. Cool. So we're really excited about that, and we appreciate that. And like on August 12th is the Sold Out program. One Voice is Marty Luce with my good friend Mark Pearl. He's an unbelievable guitar player, and also Christabel's friend is the one who Sarah Felicia is. That's how I kind of vaguely remember. But Christabel Braden, who was here last time, is actually mentoring an artist named Sarah Felicia, and so she's the one that's going to be with us.
Yeah, she said something about.
She's awesome. Once I heard it, so we're really glad we got a really good lineup. And of course, the Kira Ministry will be with us. Kira and her ministry is great. And a call in from Terry and Diane McCabe, who we're going to start playing on next week's show. They actually worked, believe it or not, with Randy Stonehill. I was talking to Terry yesterday. Wow. So Terry's been around a long time too. And his wife's got an unbelievable voice, just as you do, right? and it's a little different style, but they do a little bit of parody stuff. And so it's gonna be really cool. They do a parody stuff that talks about it's called, the name of the parody song is Tabloids and Talk Shows, and that's one of the songs that we're gonna have them do. So they're gonna be it looks like as a call in because they live kind of far away. And like I said, Beauty for Ashes. Of course, Whitney Bree. As Rocky knows, I was just kidding. Okay, I still love them. I love them. They live 3 hours away, but that doesn't matter. They moved. They're 6 hours away. We're gonna get them one way or the other, even if they're a call in, because I love them. And if you come to Life Fest, you'll see what I mean.
Thanks for canceling, though.
But yes, and let me tell you, you did. Probably what God's will was, because everything we do is directed by God. It's not about us, folks.
Amen.
And it was meant to be that Bricks No Straw were here.
Praise the Lord.
And they're really happy that they had that spot.
You guys made me better too.
See that?
You guys, that's the beautiful. I love being here because I get to drink this in.
Yeah.
You know,
Amen.
I'm gonna walk
Awesome.
away, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna listen to you, and I'm gonna immerse myself in it.
And
It's good, solid, gospel.
Right.
Glory to God.
Loving
man.
it.
Yeah.
Glory to
Loving
God.
it, loving it.
Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. You know, and well, I think we were talking on the break that you know, the general feedback that we get from this CD that we had.
Well, we gave them
put
each
out.
the smaller,
So,
the fourth and fifth get the small trophy.
is that-
and first, second, and third get
usually
the,
people
the
don't,
towered trophy.
you know, that don't like rap
Yeah.
music. They
Right.
hear this and they go, "Wow, I really liked it." I usually don't listen to rap, but this is really good stuff. And that's kind of what, you know, when we were in the creative mode, we were like, you know, we could have went a lot of different directions, and so we went on our knees and we prayed and we
Yeah.
asked Lord for the direction of which way we should go with this, and He said, just make it for everybody.
I just wanted to add too that a lot of the young people think that rap music is just for the young kids.
Right.
Just to put it out there,
Yeah.
rap music started with our generation.
Oh, sure it did.
I'm just saying.
Because these are the breaks.
Okay.
Break it up, break it up, break it up. And he's a minister now, by the way. Curtis Blow's a minister now.
Wow,
Yeah.
I
But
believe it.
unfortunately, he wants to charge us to be on the show. But if he ever changes his heart, he's welcome here anytime he wants to come on. Or
He'll
Curtis
change
Blow.
it.
And,
Pioneer indeed, yeah.
and also the Sugar Hill Gang.
Absolutely,
Let's
yeah.
not forget the Sugar Hill Gang.
I like the fact that I can listen and I don't have to be concerned about something slipping by. That, you know, I've had to do that with my son. You
Yeah.
know, because you're listening and there is just some stuff that's just, you know, you don't.
Oh yeah,
expect
I
it.
mean, yeah.
But but this is like, not only is it solid gospel, but it's enjoyable and it's safe.
Amen.
Yeah.
And I don't use that word like, you know, like that. I mean, I feel like this life right now, you gotta get your sensibilities locked down.
Yeah, there's no ulterior motive in the
Right,
music. There's no trickery.
You know, it's Jesus.
Yeah.
It's Christ
Yeah.
alone.
All
and
Christ.
that.
Well, you know, I mean, I tell you what, you know, I'm not taking away from any of the other artists that do this. I mean, and they do it a ton better than I do. They rap fast and they're so talented and they put the metaphors in there, and so you know, a minute later you're going, wow, what he said back then, that was awesome. But I can't say that, you know, that's not my area. I can only stay in my lane, and my
Right.
lane is what the Lord puts in me
Amen.
to put pen to paper on, and He picks this all out, and I have to say that, you know, if I'm in it any percentage, it's about 10 or 15%. But you know, we just let the Lord have His way. And
Tip
and
is to
that's
be
what we
true to
do.
yourself. Be who you are.
Yeah.
Be who you are. Be true to you.
See, I like I said, you guys made me better. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
like I said, and like I have a lot on my plate, as I told you. There's a lot bothering me right now, a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like now, I'm just gonna, like, usually when I come in here, I'm fine on the way home because I try not to think about your slowly each mile you're driving back to the fishbowl again, and when you get there, the problem's going to be still coming out of the filter system when you get there. But you know, I'm just going to try and just and really concentrate on what we did here today.
Amen.
And I really enjoyed being uplifted by you guys. And as Anna Laverne, who's listening, will tell you, I don't offer an open door to hip hop and rap artists, but you have an open door here, and as well as
right.
whenever you're in the area,
Amen.
whatever you want to call in, whenever you're promoting something, you know, we would love to have you.
Awesome.
Oh,
Again.
and let Anna know we have her T-shirt for her. We got a
Okay,
T-shirt.
and Anna Laverne, if you're listening,
She's watching.
if
I
you're
see her. She's
watching,
on here.
they've come bearing gifts, and they have a T-shirt for you. I'm sacrificing the short sleeve one to you, but I might do something. My wife likes to cut. My wife's a fashionista and also a designer.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
she's
nice.
originally from Ghana and all stuff. So
Nice.
so I might have
Like
her.
that.
I might have her doctor up the long sleeve shirt. You know, I hate to cut it because then in the fall I won't have a long sleeve shirt to
that's
wear.
It's all right.
You know, but I want one for the fall too.
You can keep the arm part and use it as like arm warmers, like leg warmers.
Oh
you know?
yeah. No, we'll figure something out. Even if I have to get one next
80s
time.
are coming back, you know.
Next time you run them, I'll make sure I get them. If you have them, if you have a merch table and God gets me up to that Life Festival, make sure we get them then,
All
or whenever you
right.
run
He's
them.
gonna get you there.
Yeah.
We'll pray you there.
I know, because it's just the gas and the accommodations, and we're going to be there.
Yeah.
God's
Amen.
going to make a way.
Gonna
Yes,
make
indeed.
a way.
And that's why I say this to anybody listening out there. that you're having a hard week and that you're having a hard time, especially financially, because if that's what God is put in me in my place, then that means He needs me to minister to somebody else that's in the same predicament.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
amen.
And so I minister to you right now in the
Yeah.
name of Jesus Christ. If
Oh,
you're
hallelujah.
within the earshot of my voice,
Thank you, Lord.
such as it is, that you receive Jesus your Savior, knowing that it says, "My God shall supply all my needs, not all my wants, all my needs, according to His riches and glory." He also says, if you seek first His kingdom,
Yes.
then all of these things,
Yeah, them too.
including how to pay the rent,
Amen.
how to pay the light bill, how to pay the gas, will be added unto you. And He stands at the door and knocks. That means He's already at the door, guys.
Yes.
Open it. And He said, "I will come into you and dine with you, and you will fellowship with me, and I with you."
My God.
And I'm paraphrasing. You'll want to really look it up. Look it up in Revelation chapter 2, chapter 3, verse 20. Look that up. Okay.
Okay.
That's why I'm going through what I'm going through this week, because I'm here to minister to you the life that's in the Bible,
Amen.
and that no matter what you're going through, He's going to do it. So with that in mind, what do you have as your last song for us? It's amazing how these 2 hours have flown by.
Yeah, wow.
What do you have for us as we get ready to wrap up the show?
Hey, you were talking about a parody before. Well, we have something comparative to that. It's
Cool.
actually not a parody, but it's our take on a particular song. We just gonna, do it our way. How's that? So if anybody finds it familiar,
Amen.
then amen. And if not, then you're gonna hear something special, because it's gonna get deep right now in a minute.
Here we
All
go.
right?
Bricks No Straw Live.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
On the sold out program. Talk to Me is the name of the song. Make sure Ruben has it. Once he
Talk
gives
to
me the
me, Lord.
nod. I'm looking
Talk
for
to
the
me,
nod.
Lord.
And then we're going to go once he gives me the nod. And here we go with Bricks No Straw live on the sold out program.
Talk to me, Lord.
Okay, wait a minute. Want to make sure he gets it there. And as I said, I hope that God has been talking to you too out there. Once he gives me the old nod, and we're going to be ready to rock and roll. Here we go.
It sounded like it. Yeah.
Tell me, should I go? Why do they push me? Tell me, I don't know. So I pray to the Lord for the solution. We know the enemy's the author of confusion. Nobody tricks me with things that's an illusion. Una frecuenta that brings that lead a revolution. All that I ever wanted to give me insight into who I am. A vision of the Father's plan, so I can help my fellow man. And when I pray, you gon' hear me say, yo, I'm begging you, talk to me, Lord, talk to me, Lord, talk to me, Lord. One single word is all I need from you. Talk to me, Lord, talk to me, Lord, talk to me, Lord. One single word is all I need from you. See, Lord, you gotta give me word. So you know what I heard. When you say it, then I lose my soul. Control. You know I feel it way down in my soul. Oh.
I say Rayo soy ese enfermo, Espíritu Santo got me feeling it. Trago el gato, se bacho Jesus, te llamo loco. The data of the gospel, Castro, reverendo. Caminando, never besando. Favorite color azul, anaranjado. The rock I can handle, hotter than a candle. Entire scandal, too busy for that. 3 kids, ministry, physical labor, writing raps to hit the road, Jack. My little CC dada. The bread, I love it, God. Though you do it, I get hard. Yo, it's burning like this joke is easy. Why they make it hard? Though, OMG, the track raw, bra. Stayed on the floor, make me better than before. Only Begotten he could get you. Don't let the rapture miss you, get the picture. Rap trap, this is the way right there.
Talk to me, Lord, talk to me, Lord, talk to me, Lord. One single word is all I need from you. Talk to me, Lord, talk to me, Lord, talk to me, Lord. One single word is all I need from you. One single word, yes, is all I need from you. Talk.
Talk to me, Lord.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
Talk to me, Lord. Talk to me, Lord. Talk to me, Lord.
This went
Pastor
way
John.
too fast. That's all I'm
It
going to
went,
say.
it didn't go fast?
It's-
It's fast,
oh my
man.
goodness.
Pastor John was rocking
I
it.
want more. I want more.
Okay, well, we'll bring in the little ones, and that'll be a little more extra for you guys. And they'll get to play
No,
some-
because then I gotta work.
Yep.
And
Go, Pastor John. I
I'm
like
look
that.
like anyway, rolling. What's that? Rolling? No, well, we're gonna roll the dice. We're gonna bring the kids in real quick, but I want to end on time today because I gotta make a few stops after here. We didn't really go too far over the line today,
All right.
but we want to thank you guys for coming
Thank you,
in. Here's
everyone.
the kids. Let's introduce the kids to
You
everybody.
guys have fun? Was it all fun?
Let's,
Yeah. Oh, well, we enjoyed ourselves thoroughly.
let's introduce
And
the
we
kids.
thank you guys for having us.
Yeah.
We came a long way.
Yep.
We took our station car to get here, but we had faith, and we said
Yes.
we're gonna do our thing and
The
and
oldest
get
one
here.
is Dylan. That's
Dylan,
the
Dylan.
15-year-old.
And
This
then
is
Dylan's
Christian.
Christian.
the
Hi,
5-year-old.
Christian.
And
Amen.
that's Landon, the 2-year-old.
And
Landon.
And the shop is closed.
That's it.
He's got more hair than
The
Daddy.
shop is closed.
We're done.
There is nothing else in the warehouse. That is it. It's done. Okay, good. Well, we're great. That's a nice.
God
little
bless you guys
menagerie.
and God bless your
Thank
ministry.
you
All right,
so
thank you,
much.
guys.
I just
Thank you.
Hey, everybody, Long
appreciate you being
Island.
here. Long
Long
Island in the
Island.
house. So we want to remind
Brooklyn in
you.
the house.
We want to remind you about Life Fest on the 10th and 11th of August, and these guys will be here. They're live, so you definitely don't want to miss that at the Fountain of Life Center in Middletown, PA. Life Fest rocks, lifefest.rocks, I believe it is, and you definitely want to get on there, get your free tickets,
Yeah.
and make sure you come and see them and live so they can hear "Talk to me, Lord, talk to me, Lord, talk to me, Lord."
Pastor
Oh,
John
yeah.
needs to make a record, man.
And we'll never know because since I'm with this band, like I said, the Sold Out Boys and Art
Sold
Silvano
Out
Spirit Toy.
Boys.
You never know.
you never know. That's right.
But I love to anytime that you guys come to come to one of our coffee houses, I'll be behind
Yes.
the mixer. I'll tell you that much.
All
I'll
right.
be mixing
We'll
because
be
that's what
there.
I do. I'm the sound man. My original email was thesoundman@comcast.net, but the one I use is even more apropos to what God
Apropos.
is sound, the number
Apropos.
4, and the word ministry @gmail.com, which Sis Adrian will give you on the outro. So you'll hear that again on the outro. Once again, I want to thank Bricks No Straw for taking
Man.
the trip.
yes,
Absolutely.
thank you.
And hope
Thank
that they
you,
have
thank you.
Journey Mercies on the way back.
Thank you, Lord.
And we want to pray to God right now. In Jesus' name, Lord, we thank you that you gave us this wonderful show to do today. We thank you that we had a wonderful guest, and obviously you choreographed it so that Beauty for Ashes wasn't able to be here, but these guys were. And that we know that that's your will. There's nothing bad or nothing horrible.
Man.
It's your will, so that means it's all good. Because that's what you tell us. Everything from you is caused, if you look at the New American Standard Version, in Romans 8:28, to work together for good.
Yes, God.
All things are caused to work together for good. You caused it, Lord, and it was for good. And Rocky was here, and we want to thank you and bless him and his family.
Yes.
He's an unbelievable brother in the Lord.
Yes,
and want
God.
to bless our guests. We don't have any in-studio guests on the 5th of August. But as I said, Parallel will be calling in, Father God, and we want to bless them.
Yes, Parallel.
And we all Life Fest guests that day. And on SWAT, we have Glorify. Kelly Deaver will be calling in. And then we just want to bless the whole week, even for Anna Laverne and her band, Regenerated Soul, for Rich and his band, Hard North. Thank you, Father,
Yes,
to
God.
use these broken vessels for your glory and for your honor, for your praise. And we ask all of these things in Jesus' precious name, and all God's people say. Amen. Okay, well, good night, everybody, from here at Sold Out. And we're going to give it to our outro. Take it away, Sis Adrian. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
God bless you.
Find us on Facebook.
Find us on
Bricks No
Facebook.
Straw.
Bricks No Straw.
Come on, get happy with it. Say I'm sold out.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Sold Out. We pray the program was truly a blessing to you and invite you to join us every second and fourth Sunday live right here on Hamilton Radio, channel HR2. Please feel free to reach out to us. The address is sound, the number 4, ministry@gmail.com. Till next time, this is your announcer, Yo Adrian, wishing you peace and reminding you to stay sold out to Jesus Christ.
Sold out.